What's up, everybody? This is Rich from True Budget EDC and Prepping. Use your gear or lose your gear, because if you're not using it, you might as well lose it. So, hope everybody had a happy holiday. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Like I said, whatever you celebrate, I hope it was good. Now it's back at it, right? So, I wanted to come on here and do a quick, my top knives of 2022. So, with that being said, I'll just get right into it. So, probably, I don't know, maybe February of this year, one of my top knives is actually the James brand Carter. I carried this knife for probably 2 months, actually. I love this knife. Super awesome. It's got the ambidextrous lock, as they call it, and previous to this knife, I hated this lock. I really did. I hated the axis lock. Didn't like it at all. Sliding bar lock, sliding lock, whatever you want to call it. I really couldn't stand it. But James brand made it so smooth that it's ridiculous. And plus they milled out a little cover for it, as you can see. I mean, I've done a lot of videos on this knife, actually. And yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite knives, without question. And not just of 2022, but just in general. So VG10, drop point blade, full flat grind, just awesome, fantastic. Contoured G10 scales. It's got the pop of color with the thumb disc, minimalist, very minimalist. That's what James brand does, and it's just an overall awesome knife. So this is definitely one of my favorite knives of 2022, and just in general, love it. It's awesome. So that's one that I got. Another knife that I actually carried probably a good portion of the summer was the Rough Rider Sow Belly Trapper. The funny thing is with this knife, had all kinds of problems with this knife. I did a video on it, and when I got it, I couldn't get it to open, so I had to soak it in oil overnight. So I soaked it in mineral oil, and then the next day it was good to go. Opened up pretty good, not any problems, and you know, it was fine. And then I carried it around for a while, and then probably because I soaked it in oil, the shield fell off. So I was like, dude, I'm so done with this knife. So I told Rough Rider, and they sent me another one. And then after I got the other one, I was like, you know what? I put all kinds of work into this freaking thing. I'm not even trying to get rid of this one. I'm just going to keep it. So I ended up keeping this one because, you know, it's got a story behind it. I filled it in with some yellow wood glue and like had to soak it in oil, and this is like, it's got a history. So I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna keep this one. And after I soaked it in oil, it worked fine. Never had any problems with it since. I mostly used the sheepsfoot blade all summer. I carried this when I was doing camp nursing, like literally almost the entire summer of 2022. So, and God knows how many COVID tests I opened with this thing, but it was quite a few. So I really like this knife. I think it's awesome. Just a sow belly in general, you know, sow belly Stockman. I think I said sow belly Trapper. This is sow belly Stockman, actually. This is a 3-bladed Stockman with the clip point, the spay blade, and the sheep's foot, which I mostly used. So, and this is a carbon steel T10 carbon. It is a tungsten carbon steel, which is awesome. And I only had to sharpen this once. I mean, I wasn't using it for hard use, but I did carry this majority of the summer. It's a pretty nice knife. Check it out. Hopefully you don't have any problems with it. It's the Rough Rider Sow Belly Stockman. It's awesome. So with that being said, that is the second one I carried a lot. Third one I carried like a good part of the summer too. Between these two knives, I carried these two knives pretty much the entire summer because I was carrying a Viper 8 VE08 front pocket carry minimalist little pouch that only had like 3 slots. So I had to have something small in there. So I carried the Boker Urban Trapper Petite. This knife is fantastic. I love this knife. It's really good. There is no jimping, but they did flatten this area out right here, so you can get, you know, your thumb on there and it'll stay good. This is also a VG10 steel. It has some smooth, kind of contoured G10 right there. It's got a titanium frame, titanium pocket clip. It is a lockback, and it fits in the front pocket carry wallet fantastically. It weighs nothing because of the titanium, and I carried this a good portion of the summer as well. So that is definitely one of my favorite knives in general. I really like this knife, actually, not just for 2022, but in general. This Boker Urban Trapper Petite is a fantastic knife. You're not going to raise any eyebrows with this when you pull it out for sure. It's not a huge knife, and it's very useful, very minimal too. So this is a pretty awesome awesome knife that they got there. It's great. I love this knife. This is really good. So that's another one of the ones I carried. And then I carried the James Brand Folsom. Awesome knife. This is great. A little bit bigger than the Carter, about 6 3/4, full flat grind VG10 steel, as is the Carter G10. Very neutral scales, very flat, very ergonomic. James Brand makes the most ergonomic items ever made. It does have a lanyard tube right here going through. Yeah, this is just really good, and it has washers in it, and it closes like it's got bearings. So got some jimping right here. This is a slicer for sure. This is the James Brand Folsom. It's an awesome knife. So I really like that one, carried that for a while. And last but not least, the Hogue Deca. I actually really like this knife. I didn't think I was going to like it as much. I know people are complaining about the FRN, but you know what? If you take the FRN away and add some custom scales on it, you're just adding weight to it and taking away from the build that they intended it to be. This knife is fantastic. It's got the Magna Cut, which is a popular steel right now, and just the lock that they have on here, the Able lock, is ridiculous. Another company that renewed my faith in this type of sliding bar lock. This is like right out of the box, awesome. And it's a razor. Love the stonewash. I'm not sure if you can see that because of the camera, but fantastic knife, put together super well. It's got that jimping here. I didn't actually like this knife when I first saw it. I was like, I'm not sure I like the shape of the blade. I'm not really a clip point guy, but it's kind of a modified clip, so it's not bad at all. It's just, I like it a lot though. So this is the Hogue Deca, another one of my favorites. So we got the Hogue Deca. We got the old James Brand Folsom. We have James Brand Carter. Then we have the Boker Urban Trapper Petite. And last but not least, the old Rough Rider Sow Belly. So those are some of my favorite knives that I carried for 2022. Guys, let me know what you guys carried the most this year. And guys, have a Happy New Year. That's coming up too.